Hello, my friends, and welcome to my backyard, where you're going to see maybe my furry friends that are here in the house with me at my home today, or you might even hear a neighbor dog bark or something. But hey, this is real life, and this really is my backyard. I wanted to create a short video for you today about creating a sacred space for your meditation practice, and maybe giving you some tips and suggestions to help you find a comfortable seat for meditation. I know a lot of people find it really challenging to sit on the ground for any length of time, and so I have some tips that will help support that, support your seat to find some comfort and ease. Come here, Gina. So I am sitting on a yoga block. It's just like this. It's a nice firm cork yoga block. I'm doing that so that my hips get elevated, which tilts my pelvis and allows my knees to become lower than my hips. This is a very comfortable, supported position for me personally, and I know it is for many other people and many of my friends and colleagues who meditate. You can also use cushions or bolsters or pillows. This is a meditation cushion that I absolutely love. It's filled with husk. And so I can mold it. So I can kind of mold a little spot for my sits bones. This kind of supports my tailbone. And I find this also very, very comfortable. Another great option is what I've got here. This is a whole cushion. It's kind of a little two-step cushion. So I would sit here, and then my ankles would be cushioned underneath me there. I actually have a writing desk that's very low to the ground, and this is literally my desk chair. So I could sit there for a long time like that. When you meditate, it's really nice if you can see if you can find a long, tall, straight spine. So when you're sitting, instead of curling over, which you might do in a chair, for instance, which is why a chair may not be the best place to meditate unless you can somehow find a supported back to make your spine nice and tall. Because we have energy channels in our body, chakras, and those chakras run from our sits bones through our crown and below and above as well. So if we can keep those in alignment, the energy is going to flow freer, which is an aid to your meditation practice, and it's a beautiful thing. When you find a seat, whatever you use, you're going to want to try and really feel grounded into the earth so you feel supported. That's another reason to be comfortable, so that you can feel safe. Then you'll think about not so much engaging your belly. It's not so important that we're pulling our belly in. You can find a softness in your belly so that it is comfortable, and then your ribs might just float gently over your pelvis. Your hands, a lot of people meditate with their hands facing up in a hand mudra position. That's fine, that's great, that's a beautiful way to practice. But you don't have to do that. If that feels awkward to you or your arms are not comfortable, then it's fine. I actually don't usually meditate this way. My shoulders somehow feel fatigued after a very short amount of time. I do sometimes rest my palms on my thighs. A side note, palms up is a receiving position, receiving energy, and being open to that, and palms down is very grounding. So you can actually experiment a little bit and see which one feels good to you, and some days you might need more grounding and you might choose to have your hands be down. Again, mudra or not. I often rest my palms right here in my lap, one palm on top of the other. I usually let my thumbs touch. It's another mudra, which is a video for another day. But whatever you choose, you can interlace your fingers. Find a place of comfort and ease. One more note about sitting. I know for some people, even a supported seat is not accessible. Maybe your hips just aren't in anatomically prepared for it, or maybe you just have to develop the practice, the muscles to support this. Your knees might come up like this, and you kind of are hunched over. That is actually more normal than not. I've meditated for a long time, so I have learned this, but in our society, we spend so much time hunched over a desk or driving a car or sitting in chairs or a couch that kind of make us curl forward, that creating the openness of our front body takes a little bit of practice of time and muscular development. And that's fine. And you will learn that over time. Your body will adjust. However, if this is absolutely not accessible this way, there is another great option, one my husband used for a long time before he was could find comfort sitting down on his sits bones. Is he used a block as well, or even 2 blocks, or a large bolster is also an option. So you can kind of find how high, and he sat on his knees. So he would go ahead and sit right on the block. Knees are nice and straight here. This is another amazing option for you. People do ask if they can meditate laying down. Again, the spine would probably be aligned unless you had a super soft bed. Absolutely can. I do a lot of yoga nidra. Yoga nidra is usually done lying down, and it's great. Just a word of caution for setting up this daily meditation practice, that if you're laying down on your bed, which is obviously where you usually sleep, it's very common to fall asleep during your meditation. You're getting very comfortable. Usually there's soft music, or for whatever reason, that's the space that you sleep, so your body will automatically try and sink into slumber. So you can try it, but I would encourage you to see if you can find a comfortable seat to establish this a seated meditation practice for your daily ritual. A couple other things for creating a space, sacred space. You can see that I'm wearing this kind of scarf sarong thing. This is my meditation shawl. I have other ones too, but this one is my go-to. It's super old, so it's just ridiculously soft, and I love it. I would drape this around my shoulders, and before I do anything else, I'm already feeling a sense of security and calmness just from draping this over my shoulders. So you might find something in your closet that would work. A shawl, a scarf, a blanket. When it's cold, I come out here with cozy blankets, but I usually still have this. And so see if that resonates with you as you establish your practice. I will usually light a candle. Not sure if it's in the frame of the video here, but I have a candle here. So I will light a candle, or maybe I'll burn some incense, or I'll smudge some Palo Santo or some sage, and I try and make that a ritual. I will often wear my mala beads, my crystals, which is a whole nother video about how to do a japa mala meditation. So I may do that at some point. But yeah, this is just, I'm just giving you tips and suggestions of things that might resonate with you. Sometimes I have my singing bowl, my chimes, so just different things that I do to create the sacred space and time for me. And I don't have to do all of this all the time. If I have the time, I create it. If not, I can absolutely sit, drape this around me, maybe light one candle, or not. So you don't make it so complicated that you feel like you don't have time to do it because you have to gather all of your things. Know that you can sit, find a comfortable seat just with yourself and your breath, and that's perfect. I think that's it. But I could tell you, I hope this helps. I hope that if you have just one or two things that I've said that resonated, that will help you establish a practice and create comfort and ease. If you are uncomfortable, your focus, your mind is going to be on your foot falling asleep, how your back is starting to hurt. So I really encourage you to see if you can't find some props in your house to find a space to sit comfortably, whether they be outside in the sunshine, which is my personal favorite, but I also have a space inside that I use as well. Thank you so much, and I hope this helps. Namaste.